Now, let's talk about some things that you can do to get healthier and get on track, okay? So, very important, but very simple. So, what you want to do is create a healthier lifestyle. And by doing that, two simple things, you hear it all the time, but actually, let's put it into action. So, you're going to get a healthier diet. I know you guys don't like the D word, but remember, dieting and your diet are two different things. Another thing that you need to do is become more physically active on a consistent basis, okay? So in discussing the diet, what you want to really pay attention to is the high sodium foods that you are consuming. You want to stay away from foods that have a long shelf life. You want to stay away from foods that, when you eat them, you feel a little tingly in the hands, you feel a numbness in your toes. That means that you're raising your blood pressure by eating those foods with high sodium content. So some foods that you can eat that have that will do wonders for your kidneys and for your functioning and filtering out toxins are foods like blueberries, raspberries, cauliflower, spinach. You just have to low fat content meats. You have to really pay attention to the foods that you're eating when you're eating out. Cut back. If you're eating out 3 days a week, cut back to 2 days a week, cut back to 1 day. But you have to make those changes within the foods that you consume. And especially with the foods that you cook, you have the power over that. You have the power to know what seasonings are higher in sodium content. Do not add any extra salt. Most foods have their own sodium content just within it. Find seasonings that are flavorful but don't have a high MSG count. That's something that you can do, and just really start to be aware of the foods that you consume and how it affects your body, how it affects your mood, your tiredness. You shouldn't eat and just be ready to sleep. That's one, overeating, but then also it's certain foods that just kind of bring your energy down because they're so high in fat and your caloric intake and the sodium content. Increase your water intake. I mean, you should be having that gallon. You should have marker on it to see, how many cups have you drank in a day, mark how much you need to drink by noontime. But just diet, exercise, water intake, and if you have been told that you are having already some kidney functions, you need to watch foods that are high in phosphorus and high in potassium. So those are some things that you can do to improve your health, whether you're diagnosed or you're just wanting to live a healthier life.